right, guys, welcome back to Ticket to the House. My name is Zach. I'm in a headband for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm in a headband.
Literally. But I'm joined with Tarzan, aka Elijah,
Yes.
as well as Thatcher, as always. The boys.
The boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town.
That makes me think of MLB The Show when it was prime.
Right.
Oh, that's like the quintessential baseball song.
Yep.
And like when you'd hit the perfect on like, you know, like a showdown or something while that song was going.
Oh,
Peak.
just peak baseball.
So a little explaining to do. This is now coming out today on Thursday, the 28th. We had a little bit of scheduling conflicts on Tuesday with Elijah, but we're not mad at him as he's leaving for some reason. I don't know why. But hope you guys had a great weekend. A lot of exciting action did happen this last weekend with college and NFL, as well as some breaking news throughout the week that we will go over towards the end of this episode.
Especially today, which is yesterday for you guys, but today.
Yep. But we're going to start off with some college football. The new rankings that are notable. Utah is now 10. Ohio State is now 4. Florida State 5. Oregon 9. Washington 7. Tennessee is moved up to 21. Florida is 22. Penn State moves to 6. Notre Dame dropped to 11. Alabama moved up to 12. Wazoo is now 16. Oregon State is now 19. Colorado, UCLA, and Iowa have been dropped. And some other news as well is that Michigan State coach Mel Tucker has been fired. We are not going to go over it. The details are not the greatest.
But fired.
He's been fired. He got fired yesterday, Tuesday for us.
Real quick, do y'all know how sick Michigan State's new uniforms are? They're nice.
So nice.
With like the Greek
Oh, are you talking? Okay, yeah, those are
Roman. My bad.
Yeah. How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
That's a good question. How often do you guys actually? Do you guys relate to that, or do you feel like it's just kind of like now it's just taken off, like where it's like it's not really realistic?
I'm gonna be honest. I literally think about the Roman Empire at least once a day.
But like in what way?
Because
it either pops up on my Instagram feed, or you just kind of like look at the current situation in the United States, and you're like, oh, it's kind of like the Roman Empire.
Yep.
So,
notable scores from week 4 of college football. UCLA at Utah was 14-7. That was a really boring game to watch.
Yeah, it was a really boring game to be at. I can tell you that.
So happy we saved our money.
The problem is too is we couldn't even really leave early because it was close enough where you're like, what if something happens,
Right.
So we left.
I left.
Yeah, I left when we got the stop on 4th down in the 4th quarter.
Okay.
So not early really at all.
It's respectable.
Yeah. Cam Rising pranked the out of us. He suited up, warmed up, and then came out of the locker room.
It sounded like he was
clothes.
the emergency quarterback situation. Yeah. Like that's what it sounded like. But it's good that he can dress and warm up.
Yeah, and it means he's getting closer to playing too, which is great. This is probably my favorite game of the weekend. Or actually, I have 2 favorite games of the weekend. Oregon State at Notre Dame was 17-14.
Ohio
State?
Ohio State.
O-H.
I-O.
I was doing this for Oregon though too, because
Oregon. Thank you.
Ohio State had a game-winning score, like literally 2 seconds left in the game. It's crazy.
Well, there were 0 seconds once he made it into the end zone, right?
Oh yeah, but there's two last players at 2 seconds.
Also, did you know Notre Dame only had 10 players on the field?
Yes. Yep. The last 2 plays.
The last two plays.
So even if they got caught, they still would have had another chance either way.
Well, and I think that's what good teams do is they see those things and take advantage of them, right? Like
you're not going to bring that to the attention of the refs.
No, and you also see it. And where did the touchdown end up being run into? Right in where the empty space was.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's on Notre Dame, y'all. If you want to be taken seriously, have 11 men on the field. Come on, man.
Yeah, for real.
And also, that was the most watched college football game since 1993, and Notre Dame played in that game as well. So
I liked the Notre Dame unis. I thought they were so fire.
They were nice, and their helmets. I mean, they're as beautiful.
Yeah, they're iconic.
So, yeah,
I liked that gold and green combo. Is a good.
It's a great combo. Yeah.
What pants were they wearing again? I forget. Was it the white ones?
They're wearing
blue,
white.
Wait, for who?
Notre Dame.
Or Notre Dame.
In what game?
White.
Last week.
Ohio State. They were wearing white pants.
No, they were all green.
Mm-mm.
All green.
No. Look.
I'm looking it up. Another game to note about is Wazoo and Oregon State. Well, Wazoo got the upset, which I think was really great. Wazoo's underrated for sure. Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's great, but it sucks for Utah now because now Oregon State's gonna be pissed.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're wearing green pants.
Oh, they had white tights on.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I thought the all green looked sick.
It did.
Yeah. See.
Oh, so that's why you thought they were. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I mean, it matches the numbering too, and the lettering.
Right.
But yeah, Oregon State at Wazoo, 38-35. Wazoo won by 3. They were up by 10 at one point.
Yeah, they were up. They were up pretty much the whole game. So like,
I mean, they attempted to come back, which it was really close. It was like
I mean, Oregon State are a really good team.
Yeah, they're a really great team. Their offense is really great this year. So, and then on the other side of Oregon State, we got Colorado, Oregon. Oregon just kicked the living shit out of Prime and Colorado.
The only time I'll ever do that, by the way, ever. But
yeah. So that was exciting to watch, and we literally called it too. Like they're gonna get the shit kicked out of them. We were talking about this Monday too, on last Monday too. Like we were talking about with Kenzie and Allison or something.
Yeah,
right?
like how they're just gonna get destroyed.
Yeah. And then the last notable game that we saw was Florida State at Clemson, 31-24.
Yeah, and we also called that.
I was gonna go to OT.
Yeah, Zach and I called the fact that it was gonna be really close. So
they ended up going to double overtime.
Yeah. Well, and Clemson should have won it at regular time because they missed a 29-yard field goal.
Yeah. Yep.
Just like the Saints.
It was not 29 yards. It was farther than that. I think it was like 52 or something like that, but still.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not in the NFL segment.
Yeah, we're not. We're not. One thing I want to note is that College Game Day was there for Notre Dame, Ohio State last year as well. But that was in the shoe. But I think it was kind of cool they did game day at Notre Dame.
I mean,
and my
it was
dad,
the biggest game in my opinion.
Yeah, that was definitely the biggest. And my dad went to that game. It was so cool. The stadium was so beautiful from the pictures on me. Oh, and he got me a Cubs jersey, guys. Isn't that sick? And it's got Chris Bryant on the back when he's a Cubs. So excited with it. Okay, week 5 preview for this week, college-wise. Number 10, Utah at Oregon State. 19, Oregon State. On Friday. Tomorrow for you guys.
Dude, those, okay.
Crazy.
Elijah, did you see the orange uniforms?
Mm-hmm. Bro,
with
Oregon
the black
State
helmets
always
too.
has amazing uniforms.
No, Oregon State's wearing all orange.
Oh,
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. Zach said black helmets. Yeah, dude.
That's for Utah.
Utah, I like their uniforms too because they're tough.
Yeah, they're tough.
They're not like, cutesy tootsy.
No, they're like black, white, black. We're here to do some. It's a business trip, bro.
Right.
Cam Rising is still questionable.
I bet he won't play.
I don't think he'll play. He might though. We'll see.
Is he going to play it all this season?
I think Cal is probably the game.
Bro, I don't want him to come back next season. We have too many.
Well, because what I think too, with Cal, because we play Friday and then we get a bye week. So you get extra long because you play on a Friday, more time, and then you play Cal, who's not a good team. So I think that's the perfect game if he is ready.
Mm-hmm. But we'll see.
What I don't want, what I don't want, don't do the whole thing that you did with Bryson Barnes and Nate where you go back and forth because they can't get a rhythm for the game if you do that.
They need to let Bryson throw, or not Bryson. They need to let Nate throw the ball more.
Yeah, let Nate cook, bro.
Would you guys want Cam to come back next year?
No. I'd prefer he just play this year.
This is his last year of eligibility anyway.
If he doesn't play this year.
Well, if he doesn't play this year, he can medically redshirt.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Like what Brant did this year.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know when Brant's going to come back either.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then Quentin Jackson's also questionable as well.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. But we still got Jalen Grover, so.
But it sucks because now Jalen is your only running back. Yeah. And then you have like Chris Curry and Charlie Vincent, but you don't have Jaquindon and you don't have Mackay, so.
Yeah, they're really thin at every position, basically. Like, there's been so many injuries on that team this year. Yeah. And Whittingham was saying that was just the most injuries he's ever seen on this team. I was like, crazy. Yeah. So, number 8, USC at Colorado. Yes, 8. Yeah, I forgot to say this. USC dropped to 8. They're not at 5 anymore because they allowed 28 points by Arizona State. By the way, guys,
Terrible.
terrible.
That game is going to be.
That's going to be entertaining.
That's going to be another blowout, I think.
I don't think so because I think USC's defense isn't that good.
Mm-mm.
Oregon's defense is pretty good.
So here's the thing. I don't think that Colorado's offense is that good.
Yeah. But I still think with Shador you're going to put up points. If against a bad defense, you'll put up.
I think they'll probably put up maybe 14.
I could see it being like 50. Sorry. I could see it being like 56 to like 21 or something like that.
But big Pac-12 teams probably have more motivation against Colorado than any other team in the entire conference.
But you could also go the way of like, I feel like just as many people also have that motivation against USC.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, this is gonna be a revenge tour anyway, like for everybody.
A what?
It's gonna be a revenge tour for the guys who lost.
Right.
So
I don't know. I'm rooting for.
I'll say 56-21. Like I think it's a blowout, but not as low scoring of a blowout.
I think it's gonna be a little bit closer. Maybe like 35-20 something. 40 something.
You think that they only hold Caleb Williams to 35?
No, I'm gonna say 42. Their defense is not that bad this year, Colorado's. Okay, last week is a different story, but
last week is the first time they played a good team.
They're facing a better offense this week.
That's true. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm gonna go with that.
I'll say between 40 and 50 for USC, and then like 21 to 28 maybe for.
I'm gonna predict a Dolphins Broncos scoreline here, 70-20.
We're not there yet,
Elijah. The shots cannot be fired until the NFL segment.
Please. God. We got Georgia at Auburn.
Have to make it fair.
Okay, you know what? Let me finish, and then we can go over this. Number 1, Georgia at Auburn. That's always a good rivalry in the SEC. Number 22, Florida at Kentucky. Kentucky's been actually pretty good this year. They've played some good teams. This will probably be the most entertaining game this year, or this week, is LSU at Ole Miss. That's going to be
I think that'll be good, but I think I would, as an LSU fan, I would watch it, obviously. But like as a neutral, I would watch Colorado USC.
Mm-hmm.
But can't you watch both? Because LSU's that night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
And then Notre Dame at Duke. Notre Dame's going to... Notre Dame. Maybe. I don't know.
Duke's not bad, bro.
Nah.
But they don't have the defense of Ohio State.
Yeah.
South Carolina at Tennessee. I'm on that just because that's a little. That's going to be
Tennessee uniforms. Oh my gosh, the all black.
They're clean. Yeah. They're very clean.
So fire.
And then the last matchup that we noted was number 24 Kansas and number 3 Texas. Texas might just come up on top on that, but that's going to be a crazy game too, just because it's 2 ranked teams.
And Kansas has been pretty good.
Yeah, Big 12 has been pretty good this year. For a lot of teams. Except BYU.
Yeah,
BYU
but Pac-12 is stronger this year, bro.
Oh, yeah. 100%. BYU the bed last week. I was happy with that. Honest to God. I think we all were. Thatcher's muted too.
No, Thatcher's not muted.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he is? It doesn't show the muted thing for me.
He muted his mic.
All
right.
Anything else to talk about?
Nope.
No.
NFL, now you can us.
I already got my shots in.
You got more shots in now.
Maybe I do, depending on how the conversation goes.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? I found something on my floor.
What? What did you find?
That's crazy.
How
did that get there?
Wait, bro.
Wow.
How did that manage to get there?
I hate you guys.
How'd that get in there?
Wow.
All right, let's just get this over with. Dolphins put up a single. I don't know what the record was, but it was 70-20. Denver Broncos left for like 50. I'm so mad, dude. I turned the game off right after the first drive of the second half. I'm like, dude, yeah, we're gonna lose like bad. And they put Mike White in, and Mike White throws a touchdown.
He should be your new quarterback.
I want Mike White now.
Mike White.
Gosh. Big Kirko is still no tripping. They lost really badly. No, they lost kind of. It was actually kind of close.
They should have won that game.
Yeah, well, I should have.
Because they got the ball back because freaking Chargers went for it on a brain dead 4th down play. Oh my gosh.
That was really bad.
If you're going to go for it on 4th down, at least give the ball to Justin Herbert and not a backup running back.
Facts.
Oh, it was so bad.
Why? Why? Oh my god.
You can't lose by that much and expect us not to say something.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. Just put it on, Thatcher. Put it on for a bit.
Please don't.
Until we get to baseball.
Yeah.
Mm.
I might actually have to leave for baseball just because I have no.
There's not a lot to talk about.
What time is it? It's 3:06. I have to be done by like 3:25, 3:30. So
We'll be quick. Saints blow out. Got Saints blow a 17-point lead and lose Carr to a AC joint injury. So Carr is now week to week.
Yeah, not great, but we didn't lose by 50. So.
Oh my god. I'm gonna keep it insane. Cowboys get upset by the Cardinals. The Cardinals get their first win.
That was so sick. I was hyped for that game.
Josh Dobbs got his first career win ever.
I think I might get a Josh Dobbs jersey. I'm gonna be honest.
Do it.
Would you get a white one or a black one?
They only have red right now.
Ew.
Then I wouldn't get one.
No.
I'm probably get it on sale.
There you go. Raiders lose home opener to the Steelers. It was actually pretty close. It was like 18-20.
And it wasn't really that much of a home opener because there were so many Steelers fans there.
They travel so well.
They do. And then I don't want to talk about this, but T Swift watched Chiefs blow out the Bears. There have been so many memes about it too, and it's just
they went on a wonderful day afterwards, and
Thatcher now wants to dress up as Travis Kelce and get a girlfriend who can dress up.
Yeah,
as
I need
Taylor
a girlfriend so she can dress up as Taylor Swift. And
so we're gonna open up. We're gonna open up an application form for Thatcher's girlfriend for Thatcher.
You have to somewhat look like Taylor Swift if we're gonna pull this off, though.
Thatcher, can you grow a mustache?
Nah, I'll just not that intensive one.
Okay.
I'll just get one from the dollar store and just.
Fair enough.
Slap
What
it
did he
on
say
there.
before?
Oi!
What are you going oi for?
Yeah. What?
My dog is barking.
I can't even hear him.
Do we have a guest appearance? Why? Just a baby. You want to do it last
He's
week,
gonna
either.
get annoyed, but fine.
Okay. Zach Wilson stinks up the Jets and they lost to the Pats. They only lost by like 3.
And they signed the future of their organization in Trevor
Siemian. Crazy.
Future.
Donkey!
Guys,
this is Duncan the Corgi.
Do you have anything to say?
I don't think you got anything.
Now he's not barking at all.
Nope.
Oh, nice that you're not barking. What do you have to say about the Broncos losing? Oh, he's on that one.
He really talk about that.
Jeez. And then the Colts upset the Ravens with no Anthony Richardson. Gardner Minshew,
bro.
Gardner Minshew.
Minshew mania.
Hey, and Zach Moss caught a touchdown.
Yes.
That was a really cool catch by Zach Moss. And then the Texans take care of the struggling Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence is looking a little bad this year again.
Yeah, I know. It sucks because I have Fields in 2 of my 3 fantasy leagues, and Trevor Lawrence is my other quarterback.
God damn.
That's not good.
Here's the first thing. Here's an interesting thing. QB CJ Stroud has
he looked so good.
Yeah, he did. Has 906 passing yards in his first 3 NFL starts and is the 3rd player in NFL history with at least 900 passing yards in his first 3 games, joining Cam Newton with 1,012 in 2011 and Justin Herbert with 931 in 2020. And then the Eagles cruised by the Bucs as Jalen Hurts and the other players were under the weather during the lead up of the win. So there's a bug going around the Eagles for sure.
Oh, but I thought Baker Mayfield was him.
Listen, we're at the part
Baker
of the vicious
Mayfield.
cycle.
What happened?
It's the vicious cycle. He plays good, and we're here.
Yep.
When it starts to.
Zach, you know who they play next week? The Saints in the Dome.
Yep.
I will say though,
our defense, bro.
speaking of records, despite the Vikings 0-3 start, Kirk Cousins is on pace to break the passing yards record,
Bro,
and
it's not ever been his fault,
yeah, right.
And you guys tell me it's Russ's fault. It's not Russ's fault. Russ has actually looked really good this year. It's everything else.
I don't think we've deliberately said it's Russ's fault. I just think the first game when you were like, he actually played pretty good, you guys didn't even score very many points.
That game, he played
And
pretty
here's
good.
the thing: still, 20 points is not a lot.
No, but he's been throwing like over 300 yards at least,
Well, yeah,
which is good.
You would too against second string defenses.
I mean, he's had 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions this whole season so far. That's way better than last year.
Against second string defenses.
Shut the up, Elijah. Okay, I want to move on from this. This is annoying me. Okay, week 4 preview for the NFL. We got Saints at Bucks. Sorry, Bucks at Saints. Broncos are at the Bears, so that's going to be the lamest game to ever watch.
That's the special teams game.
Mm-hmm. Browns are going to play the Ravens. I don't know. Is that in Baltimore or is that in Cleveland?
It's in Cleveland.
It's in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland's about to go 3-1, bro. Not again.
And then tonight, Packers and Lions for Thursday Night Football.
That's gonna be such a good game.
That's gonna be. And then here, I think this is the game of the week, guys. Dolphins versus the Bills.
Okay.
That's gonna
Dolphins
be a crazy
at
game.
Bills too.
Yeah, they're in Buffalo. So bad news for Mike Williams as he has a torn ACL and is out for the rest of the year. And then Nick Chubb,
really injury prone.
Yeah,
bro.
he's really injury prone. Like I literally okay.
Oh yeah.
Side note. Side note. I had to get rid of Nick Chubb.
Okay.
Because I had him and he tore his MCL. He only has an MCL tear now, which is great for Nick Chubb.
Yep. 6 to 8 months recovery. Thank
Yep.
goodness.
But I trade for Mike Williams and Tony Pollard from one of our
traded for Mike Williams that week after
that week
Chubb
and
tore
then
his ACL.
And then
who did you give up?
Gave up Pollard. Or no, I got Pollard and Pollard and Mike
Williams, and you got rid of
Debo and a running back.
Which running back?
I don't remember. But
yeah, he literally
he got injured. He got injured. So now I'm at wide receiver. And I've been trying to trade Derrick Henry, but nobody wants to respond to me.
Yeah, because nobody wants Derrick Henry.
He went 11 for 20 against the Browns. I mean, the Browns
Browns defense is
by far and away have the best defense in the league. They've allowed 20 less first downs than the next team in the NFL.
Thatcher, if I get struck with more injuries, I say I don't do the punishment. If I lose.
No. What's your punishment? What's the punishment?
We haven't even come up with one.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, you definitely are going to have to do the punishment.
Yeah,
right now, you're 0-3, bud.
Like,
you got to.
No.
I have an idea for the punishment.
Hold on. Let's finish this. Hold on.
No, it's real quick. If Zach loses, he has to watch the entirety of this game right here.
In slow motion speed. Half speed.
Half speed.
So like in 8 hours of just the Broncos getting shit on.
Honestly, I'll just have it playing on the podcast next week.
Like in the background, it's just like, and touchdown, Dolphins!
Jamal Williams was placed on IR after suffering a hamstring injury on Monday Night Football against Carolina last week. Yeah, Jimmy G was placed in concussion protocol, and Anthony Richardson is still questionable for this week.
Y'all, I think that Jimmy G could lose his job this week because I think Aiden O'Connell could come in and play really well, and then they're like,
Yeah.
Why sign to a 3-year deal, though? That's the other thing.
But
the Raiders are bad with their money.
Did the 49ers have like a deal when they were talking about trading him, though, too? Or releasing him or something?
I don't know.
I mean, the Raiders are pretty bad with their money.
No, because they signed him for the year.
I mean, they gave all that money to Devontae Adams and Devontae was like, yay, Derek Carr. And then you trade Derek Carr.
Speaking of that, there's rumors that the Browns are in the mix to trade for Devontae Adams.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Do you guys even have the money for that, though, to hold him?
I mean, we have $70 million in cap right now.
He'd probably have to trade somebody over, and then
we'd have to trade. We'd have to do like a cap swap.
Maybe you trade like Peoples Jones and then like a bunch of money or something like that.
They need They need corners too.
Yeah, but you can't take the best receiver, arguably the best receiver in the league, from them and then not give them a receiver.
Right. So
That's
I mean,
fair.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, no one's gonna complain.
He's a
if he
lot
gets
of
a bunch
drama,
love.
man.
There's a lot of drama and a lot of money.
I heard at
know.
first the Saints were interested in trading for him, but the problem is like we don't have the money and we don't need him really.
Yeah, I will say though, I think we should probably try and trade for Garrett Wills because Jedrick Wills is a bum and is gonna get Watson hurt.
No.
So
No.
I hope we get Bulls at least.
No.
What do you mean no?
Don't take Garrett Bulls from me.
Bro,
What do you mean no?
Who is he? Who is? What is he protecting? The winless season? Like,
Let's
Okay,
ride.
let's go to break.
Let's ride to break.
All right. Elijah's gonna have to leave.
Yes. I'm gonna
So Elijah,
Love
thanks
you.
for coming on. Love you. You're a bitch.
Hey,
Listen,
tomorrow
you guys can
will you-
disparage the Guardians all you want in this
Okay.
session. Okay.
That's fine.
tomorrow do you want to play Party Animals?
Yeah, I already have it installed on my Steam Deck. So
I
just
need
let me
to,
know.
I'm gonna install it tonight.
But don't you work tomorrow?
I have no work for the rest of the week.
No, Zach.
How was that?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. When we come back. Yeah, thank you. Take that off. When we come back. When we come back, we'll talk about Champions League that kicked off last week and Europa League as well. And as well, it's becoming a theme in sports that coaches feel need to mention other people bashing the team in the post-game interview. So we'll talk about that and also some other news regarding the NBA and the WNBA
baseball!
and baseball because the season is ending on Saturday. So we will be back in 15 seconds for you guys. Boop. Bye, Elijah.
Bye.
Welcome back, guys. We're going to talk some MLB, some Europa Champions League, and some other news around that league, as well as some NBA stuff regarding around Damian Lillard. And two things real quick. NHL is 2 weeks away. Preseason kicked off last week. And then the MLB season ends this weekend as well. Brianna Stewart won MVP of the WNBA. She is the first player in Liberty franchise to win and second with multiple teams, which I think is actually kind of cool. So, but baseball, real quick, the wild card is basically set. Tampa Bay obviously clinched, as well as Philly clinched a wild card spot. The team still in it for the American League is Toronto, Houston, Seattle. Every other team is out. And for the National League, we got Arizona, Chicago Cubs, Marlins, Reds, and the Padres. So the Padres lose tonight. They're going to be eliminated as well. So I do want to see Cincy make it, though, because Ellie De La Cruz has been having a great year.
Yeah.
But
Nah, man, it's gonna be really stressful because like I watched the Mariners game last night and it was like we won by a lot in the end, but like it was a stressful game because it's just like such a high pressure environment. Like
Yeah,
it
it's
already
high
feels
stakes.
like playoffs right now, basically, you know?
yeah, it's high stakes.
Like every game counts right now, and I think if the Mariners lose the next one or two, they're done. So
yeah, exactly. But my Giants are out. They got eliminated yesterday after losing.
and then the only thing we'll say is Elijah's in Guardians are basically never really in it. So
Yep. So, well, that's basically it. Dodgers clinched a playoff spot. Same with Baltimore. The Twins did as well. And then it's the Braves and the Brewers and the Dodgers in the National League. So that is that. Let's talk soccer, Mr. Tacha.
yeah, hang on, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. So Champions League came back. First time Arsenal were playing in the Champions League in 7 years. So
That's
let's
crazy.
go. Started off with a 4-0 win versus PSV. Madrid squeaked by Berlin, which was
That was
pretty
awful.
stressful. And then Bayern Munich beat Man United, which like the scoreline doesn't reflect, like Bayern were dominant. Those are kind of the notable ones. Newcastle drew at Milan, which is actually pretty impressive in my opinion. And then Europa, the only ones I really know of are the Premier League teams. So Liverpool won 3-1. They were down 1-0 though. Liverpool won 3-1. Villa lost and Brighton lost. So not great, but
No.
yeah, that's really about it. There weren't any like crazy insane games yet. So we'll get
Copenhagen
there.
and what was the other team that tied?
Galatasaray 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. That was kind of surprising though.
Yeah.
It's only the first
and
games, and now the next games are next week, 2 weeks away.
Yeah. And then
So.
Premier League, Arsenal and Tottenham drew 2-2. Kind of frustrating. That's all right. We bounced back. Liverpool took care of West Ham 3-1. Man United actually got a win. So congrats.
Yep.
City continue to win. They lost today in the cup, but they continue to win in the Prem. So it's just it's chugging along. So it'll heat up.
Arsenal has a couple injuries: Martinelli, Rice, and is it Trossard?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a loss for Arsenal, but they have good reserves where they can just fill those holes for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we already played today and won with our reserve team. So
your full reserve team.
Yeah.
So Luton gets their first points of the season.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. 1-1.
Chelsea continues to just beat doo-doo.
Yeah, Chelsea are doo-doo, and it's really funny.
So, let's talk about this real quick. The common theme of sports, where the coaches mentioned.
Coaches, man. So I typed this, but so we've been noticing, I've been noticing at least that so think about Dion, right? He's been constantly having to chat about coaches, and then the Colorado State coach, and then Dan Lanning and Ryan Day, all these guys in their interviews are having to address their haters. And I personally am kind of tired of it. Trash talk before the game's cool. But if you already won the game, don't need to be well, you thought that this and this. It's dude, it doesn't matter. What should matter is the fact that your team won, and that should be all enough said. But what really frustrated me is when I saw Ryan Day's post-game interview, and he was calling out oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. He was a former Notre Dame coach, and he was calling him out because he said that their team wasn't tough. It's bro, there are going to be plenty of haters on your team, regardless of what team you are. And so I'm kind of tired of it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's just no respect for coaches either. At the end of the day, you coach your team. Obviously, if you shit talk, you shit talk before the game. That's how usually a pregame speech goes either way.
Right.
From what I have experienced as well from my defensive coordinator in high school, who actually hyped us up, swear to God. But at the end of the day, it's just you should respect the coach and what they do with the team. Obviously, Deion Sanders doesn't have that respect right now, just because he is this is his first coaching job in a Power 5 school as well. So I think it's just lack of respect. And Dan Lanning,
yeah, but what do you think about the post-game stuff?
Post-game stuff's not really the greatest. Ryan Day yelling at his post-game interview, was shaking hands and all that. I was fine with that. He was really hyped about the win. His guys played their asses off too, and that's just basically that. But post-game, it's just totally different. You just have no respect for the other team at that point.
Yeah, and it's you just need to chill out. And again, who cares if somebody was hating on you during the week? That's sports, bro.
Yeah.
So it's just annoying to me when coaches have to be well, it was us against the world. It's dude, nobody whatever.
Man, every week you start 0-0.
Yeah, well, and also Ohio State have so many fans. So don't be telling me it's Ohio State against the world, man. You guys have so many fans everywhere. So come on.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah. So, but I just want to talk about that because I noticed it a lot this week because coaches trash talk isn't actually very normal. It's very much player, and so or player coach or whatever. And so when it's coach, it's man, this is becoming a theme.
Yeah, exactly. There's just not a lot of respect between those three coaches right now.
Yeah. So, I have a question for you.
What's up?
What if this week, because I miss Elijah doing dad advice. What if this week we do white girl song of the week?
I'll be down.
Okay. So
last thing we're gonna go over before we start doing this. Damian Lillard has been traded.
Oh yeah, I can't
finally.
Yeah.
Finally. Lillard is going to Milwaukee in a 3-team deal. Drew Holiday and DeAndre Ayton and Tumani Kamara, a 2029 unprotected Milwaukee first pick, and unprotected Milwaukee swap rights in 2018 or 2028 and 2030 to the Blazers. So Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Kamara going to Portland. Phoenix lands Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. Suns got finessed, honestly. Yes, Grayson Allen's a great pickup because
he would be a great pickup if you didn't lose anything.
Yeah, exactly. But Grayson Allen could play point guard. Is the other thing.
Yeah.
So, but Blazers got stuff back, which I think is great. Blazers definitely won that trade on their side. I mean, Dame going to pair up with Giannis is a totally different story. But Phoenix got pretty finessed with Nurkic and Grayson Allen. And
so in your opinion, do you think that this makes Milwaukee title favorites?
I don't know yet. I kind of want to see how Lillard plays, to be honest.
With the teams right now, like no extra trades, whatever, Milwaukee.
I think they could go to the finals or the conference finals. I don't know.
Lose to who?
Oh, maybe Miami, dude. Miami's been looking good in the last 2 years.
I would be really surprised if they lost to Miami. I think that this puts them ahead. I think it's still Milwaukee and the Celtics.
The other thing is too, is they lost their sixth man, which is Grayson Allen, because he was the first person off the bench.
Yeah,
so kind of have to and they also have a new coach too.
But Damian Lillard.
But they also have a new coach, so I don't know how they're gonna play as well.
I mean, it's going to be Giannis centric, and then you can now kick it out to Damian Lillard. You still have Chris Middleton. Like, they got a good.
How would you put Milwaukee starting lineup?
I don't know their team well enough, but
Chris Middleton,
I think Drew Holiday is a big loss. Hang on.
Yeah. I would put Dame at the 1, Middleton at the 2, Giannis at the 3, Brook Lopez at the 5. I don't really know who their power forward is anymore because they keep changing.
Do they still have Portis?
I think they do.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. That 3 alone, that's a pretty insane. I'd say they're at least top 3 favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I think them, and then probably Denver, and then maybe like Boston.
Who are your 2 teams out of the West right now? Denver's one of them.
Yeah. Probably Denver and oh man.
Say Denver, Golden State, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say Golden State probably.
Maybe Phoenix, maybe is in there.
Yeah. So.
But all right, that's all we got. What's your white girl song of the week?
White girl song of the week. You want me to go first?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
It's for sure "Umbrella" by Rihanna. That's my white girl song.
You were singing that all day.
It is such a good song, and every time I hear it, I think of Tom Holland's lip sync. So that's a banger.
It is a banger.
That song. So, what's your white girl song of the week?
I'm gonna just say "Problems" by by Ariana Grande featuring Iggy Azalea.
That's a good one.
I also have a second one, but I don't know.
Yeah, what's your second one?
"Let the Groove Get In" by Timberlake.
That's like, but is that really a white girl song?
Oh yeah, I don't think so.
I'd say your first one's more of a white girl song. Though.
Yeah, first one's definitely more of a white girl, so that's why I said that one first.
Yeah, I would say "Umbrella" for sure for me. Yeah.
So all right, this is gonna be it for us. Elijah is not here, obviously, so me and Thatcher will be signing off. Elijah signed off like years ago, I guess. He's always MIA after this, so
yeah.
But we love him. But hope you guys enjoyed. FC comes out on Friday, so if you guys pre-order that, Thatcher and I will be playing, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Party Animals. We're gonna play Party Animals.
We're gonna play Party Animals too. Take it to the house.
Very
Party
excited.
Animals.
Not a sponsor, but exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So,
enjoy your guys' week of football, sports, hockey, preseason hockey, all the jazz. Hopefully, my Broncos can get a week. Will win this week. I'm over it. If they don't win this week, I might just consider cheering for another team for the rest of the year. So, but all right, guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Again, apologies on the episode being late this week. It's all I blame Elijah. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, we will see you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of the week. Relax. Take a chill pill.
See y'all.
Take it easy, guys.